Welcome back. In this video, I want to go over place events. These are events that can only happen when your character moves to a location on the map. So let's say we wanted to make it so someone can jump up here. I can go here. I always do custom. I don't really deal with these other ones. I guess these are fine if you want to do the Fire Emblem type stuff. All of mine have been custom. So for custom, it defaults to check. If you move to that location, it's going to say check. And let's say I want it to be only if this unit is a warrior. This is only going to trigger for my warrior. Why didn't that show up? Let's see. My warrior. Actually, I'll say active unit. Class is was it gladiator? I think it's bandit. Well, we'll just make it the monk, because I definitely know monk works. So we'll make it for our monk. If the active unit is a monk, this will be able to happen at this location. And now we're just going to say move unit to here. Starting position, right click, end position. And I'll move them up there, and I'll ignore terrain. And normal's fine. And now we'll just kind of copy and paste this. And we'll just change the starting position and move the end position down here. So I'm creating a path right now. So we have our starting point, target to move, starting point. The course they're going to take is that path I created, where we had a starting point, the path, and then the end point. We're not going to scroll with unit. Face forward after moving is fine. Ignore terrain. Wait for completion. We're not going to remove the unit, but we want the speed to be normal. And appear in open space. Okay, let's make this free. So I'm guessing it's that one. Now you see how we only have one open right here? And we only have one open right here. If you have a bunch of map place events, and you want to see them all at the same time, you can go to right here, auto events, and then move the place event, and you can see each of these. And that can be very useful, especially if you want to copy parts of one to another. Okay, let's see if this works. Fight. So here's our monk. He is a monk in his class. He can check and move him up here. He lets his other dudes die, and then he moves down here. So this can be useful for getting items. So let's say there was an item up here. I'll just double click that. New. Increase item. We'll make it unit. The active unit will now get a short sword. And you can just put a message here if you want. Show message. And we can just make it the active unit. And say, I don't need a short sword. I will give this to Isaac. Right. Oops, I hit map test. Now up here should be the short sword. Check. Item get short sword. I don't need a short sword. I will give this to Isaac. Okay, now another thing I like to do, I'm just going to move this up here. I'll delete this other one. And I'll get rid of the move part of this. So he gets a short sword. Now, let's say I want to give him another turn. So I can go to change unit state, wait, and disable. And this will allow him, or why does it say swordsman? Unit will be active. So the active unit, his wait is going to be disabled. This should allow him to get another turn, I think. I might have to do it a more roundabout way. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, there. Good. So I got the short sword. He doesn't need it. Oh, and his turn ended. So a way to actually get this to work is we can go and create a switch. We'll create a global switch. Oh, we already had it. Reactivate unit. So what if we say get rid of this and then just turn on the reactivate unit switch that we created in a previous video. Change switches, reactivate unit on. I think we also have to establish the unit ID. Change variable, unit ID 1, unit, and we'll make it the active unit in his unit ID. I think that should work. So active unit gets a short sword. We're going to store the variable of the active unit's unit ID as unit ID 1. He doesn't need the short sword, and then we set up this reactivate unit command, which should turn reactivate unit on. So this one will trigger unit ID 1. Wait is going to be disabled, and then turn the switch off. So the reason why that didn't, we had to do it this way is the place event ends that unit's turn, and you can't disable wait if he's not waiting yet, which happens at the end of that. So what we did is turned on a switch to create another event to happen after that event finished, which then cancels the wait. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Let's see if it worked. Okay, we got the short sword. I don't need a short sword. We'll give it to Isaac. And he still has his turn. So now he can go to Isaac. Swordsman. Trade it. And give him the short sword. There you go. So that's an example of a place event. One more thing. I'm trying to remember where it is. We can go to config and command strings, and we can create a string. This is for place events. You can also do it for talk events. But for place events, we can say collect sword. Now it's called collect sword. Get out of there. And now instead of check, we can go to collect sword. So now when we move our monk here, we can collect the sword. And just makes it so it's not check. Okay, hopefully that was helpful, and that'll be it for this video. Thank you very much.